So how long should you practice for? And the quick and simple answer is that it's going to vary from person to person, and it's also going to vary depending on what your expectations are versus the reality of how many hours you can actually put in every day. The key is consistency. Like with anything else, to get better at something, you must practice it regularly. So today's rehearsal is a 5-hour session going over and learning original music that has influences from South Indian Carnatic music. And what that essentially means for me is that learning lots of different number patterns and sequences on the drum kit. And this is something that I have to work on every day to be able to execute at pretty fast speeds and with accuracy as well.
Just land it.
It does take some time and patience to develop technique. And I've been practicing my practice schedule properly for the last 5 years. The most important thing is that when you're sitting in a practice session, you want to be focused. So if you're going into a practice session and you've got nothing planned, for example, and you just muck around for an hour, that's not very productive. A practice schedule shouldn't probably always look the same. Like you could have, I guess, a similar structure. So I start my practice session sometimes with either a warm-up or an improvisation. But as long as I'm doing those two things in the session, then I'm already in a good place. I've got a checklist of things that I like to tick off through my warm-ups, like rudiments and coordination exercises and things like that. Then I work through certain pieces that I'm learning and stuff that I've transcribed, and I have a journal and I take notes of what I'm up to, what I have been practicing the last few days, and so I can sort of be aware and not forget things.
I actually quite like just chilling in the car for like an hour, having a bit of a snooze. It's it regenerates the good old battery. So
if you're trying to find a routine that works for you, start with half an hour and split that half hour into 3 or 4 sections and go in with a plan. And you're going to come out of that session way more structured, way more having had a productive experience rather than sitting and sort of just noodling for a while and not actually sort of learning anything new. But keep that consistent. Do that every day. See if you can perhaps increase that time limit. There are many, many ways to practice. There is no such thing as one way and one way only. Everybody's different, and I encourage you to experiment and figure out what works for you. Ask your peers, ask your friends, what are they doing for their practice? And if they're not practicing, then don't ask them. Ask people that are practicing. Ask the people that you look up to in the world that you live in, with the musicians that are around you that are kicking goals. Figure out what they're doing, ask them, and then try to see if that works for you. If it doesn't, at least you will know. And that's what I did, I sort of, all the teachers that I've had throughout my, my drumming career, I've asked them how they did it, what they did, and how long they did it for. And I have just done a bunch of trial and error situations through every day and seen what works for me. Balance is key. I'm not good at it, but I try to practice it and I'm getting better at it. And that's all I can do. And that's all you can do at the end of the day, is just get better and just make those little baby steps in progress. And so I wish you guys all the best of luck with your practice schedules. Let me know what you guys are doing and how you're doing. I'd be interested to hear. If you have found this content useful at all, don't forget to like and subscribe. I upload videos every day and I'll look forward to seeing you guys at the next video. Thanks. 7:15, time to go get some food.